Selvam in Chennai. Now we're getting word that Shashikala Natarajan has reached the Golden Bay Resort in Kuvatur to meet MLAs who've been holed up, or some would say confined over there, as support for Selvam is soaring. Remember that Selvam now has the support of 10 out of 50 AIADMK MPs, and at the moment 6 MLAs are backing him as well, which is a very small minority of the MLAs. But the point over here is that as more time elapses, more MLAs, which is critical, are crossing over from Shashikala Natarajan to Selvam. Our correspondent Sagai Raj is covering all the action in Chennai. Let's go live to the city and join him over there. Sagai Raj, what are you hearing from this Golden Bay Resort over there? Well, it looks like we're trying to establish the line to Sagai Raj over there, but one remembers that in a major twist to the plot, this is yesterday, the Education Minister of the state, M. Pandya Rajan, has also extended his support to Selvam, thereby becoming the first cabinet minister to do so. So at the moment, 6 MLAs have backed Selvam, and the Selvam camp is being reported expecting that at least 25% of party MLAs will join them by Tuesday. This, while in the meantime, the Shashikala Natarajan camp is getting very restive, hoping and waiting for the governor of the state, Vidya Sagar Rao, to extend her an invite to form a government. They feel that the longer the time elapses between the invite coming her way from the governor, the more flock of the AIADMK, the MLAs, are crossing over to Selvam, and they are threatening that if the governor doesn't give some sort of a response by the end of today, they'll announce a next step, or whatever that next step be, by the end of today or by tomorrow. So that's the latest happening over there in Chennai. A bitter power struggle that began exactly this time last week, last Sunday, when the AIADMK MLAs voted Shashikala Natarajan, or VK Shashikala as she now known, as the legislature party leader of the AIADMK. So let's just listen into what Shashikala Natarajan said a little while ago.
அத்தனையும் கூட இருந்து பார்த்திருக்கிறேன். அதனால் எங்களுக்கு இந்த சலசலப்பு புதிதல்ல. ஆரம்ப காலத்திலிருந்து தலைவருக்கு பின்னால் இந்த கட்சியை உடைக்க வேண்டும். இது பெரிய கட்சி, பெரிய இயக்கமாக இருக்கிறது. இதை இரண்டாக பிரிக்க வேண்டும் என்று அன்று நினைத்து.
All right, Lokpriya, our correspondent, joins us in the phone line from Chennai. Lokpriya, what are you hearing from the Golden Bay Resort, where most or all of these AIADMK MLAs are being kept over there while the state waits for a response from the governor?
Can you please repeat that question?
Yeah. What is the latest coming from the Golden Bay Resort?
Well, that's correct. VK Shashikala has just reached the Golden Bay Resort at Kuvatur, and before leaving to the resort here at Forest Garden in her residence, she has spoken about how the AIADMK will stay united, and she also talked about how the party has weathered many a storm and it will surpass this one as well. And she said she has faith in democracy, and she expressed confidence that AIADMK will form the government. She says that she is going to meet with the MLAs. It is going to be yet another round of talks with these MLAs, trying to motivate them and trying to tell them to be patient and tell them that it is not prudent to jump ship to OPS camp. So these are the wide range of points that VK Shashikala will be addressing.
All right.
She also talked about how a letter...
Look, if you can just hold the line, I'll come back to you as well. Sagai Raj is also joining us from Chennai. Sagai Raj, let me just get some basic figures out of the way. How many of the AIADMK MLAs are being held over there in the Golden Bay Resort?
So what we get to learn from our sources is till yesterday there were very less numbers of MLAs who were staying in resort. But today there is a full attendance, that is 127 MLAs are inside the resort, and most probably they might leave along with Shashikala if she takes a call saying that these people should vacate from this place and probably meet Governor, because Governor has been given any time. And yesterday Sengotian, when he spoke to us, he told that he has given time to Governor till this evening, and after that he has to face the heat. And accordingly, there are possibilities that these MLAs might be taken to a Governor house and paraded, or they might be taken to Marina Beach and they might protest, or the third option is like how they planned earlier, much before the visit of Governor, that is taking all these MLAs to President office and parade in front of them. So these are the options which has been left in front of
Various
Shashikala.
options being considered by the VK Shashikala camp. Live.
எல்லாருக்கும் வணக்கம். ஒரு தியானம் கலைந்தது, தமிழகம் நிமிர்ந்தது. என்னைக்கு அண்ணன் வாயை திறக்க போறான்னு காத்துட்டு இருந்தேன். வெளியே வந்தோடனே என் மனசுல இருக்க குறையெல்லாம் கொட்டி தீர்க்கிறதுக்காக தான் நான் இந்த தியானத்திலே இருந்தேன். அம்மாவோட ஆத்மா எனக்கு வழி சொல்லிச்சு, அதை கேட்டு அது மாதிரி நடக்க போறேன் அப்படின்னு சொன்னாங்களே, அன்றைய அந்த ராத்திரியே தமிழகம் மொத்தமும் விழித்துக் கொண்டது. ஏன்னா நாங்கெல்லாம் எங்களுடைய மாண்புமிகு அம்மாவின் புகழை பரப்பறதுக்காக தெரு தெருவாய் இறங்கி ஒவ்வொரு தொகுதியிலும் அவங்களுடைய திட்டங்களையே வெளியே சொல்லி ஒவ்வொரு தரையும் நாங்க பல பிரச்சாரம் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். ஆனா இன்றைய சூழ்நிலையில் யாரு பின்பற்றி நடக்கணுமோ அதை கரெக்டான நேரத்துல கரெக்டான படி முடிவு எடுக்கிறதுதான் நல்லது அப்படின்னு எல்லாருக்கும் தோணுச்சு. எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு இங்க வந்தவங்க கொஞ்சம் பேர் தான், ஆனா வராதவங்க அத்தனை பேரும் மனநிலையும் இங்க வரத்துக்காகத்தான் துடித்துக் கொண்டிருக்கும். அண்ணனை பத்தி நான் சொல்ல தேவையில்லை. அவர் தொகுதியில பல சட்டமன்ற தேர்தலில் நான் பிரச்சாரம் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். எல்லாரும் அப்படி அவர் மாதிரி ஒரு மனிதனை பார்க்க முடியாதுன்னு சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. இன்றைய முதல்வர் மட்டும் இல்ல, நாளைக்கும் அவர்தான் தமிழ்நாட்டை ஆளப்போவது உறுதி. அவரை பின்பற்றி நாம நடக்கிறது தான் நம்மளுக்கு கௌரவத்தையும் கொடுக்கும், அந்தஸ்தையும் கொடுக்கும். மகளிர், உங்களை எல்லாரையும் கேட்டிருக்கேன், நீங்க நினைச்சா எது வேணா பண்ணலாம். கண்டிப்பாக உங்களுடைய ஆதரவுகளும் இளைஞர் பட்டாளம் அத்தனை பேரும் அண்ணனோட தான் இருக்காங்க. அண்ணனுடைய வழிகாட்டுதல் படி கண்டிப்பாக இந்த தமிழகம் காலரை தூக்கி விட்டுட்டு நடக்கலாம். அந்த அளவுக்கு எங்களுக்கு கௌரவம் கொடுத்தது அண்ணனுக்கு இந்த நேரத்தில் நன்றியை சொல்லி நான் விடைபெறுறேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
We're watching live pictures of Selvam on the left-hand side over there being felicitated by many of his supporters over there in Chennai. Our correspondent in Chennai, Lokpriya, is joining us live now. Lokpriya, so I mean, we can see over there Selvam garnering his supporters on the right-hand side of the screen. We are showing earlier pictures of VK Shashikala, holding up a letter. Looks, can't really make out exactly what it was, but obviously both sides trying to muster as much support as possible. The key, of course, lies with Governor Vidyasagar Rao. Any word from Raj Bhavan when Vidyasagar Rao might be making a decision on whether and when to call Shashikala to be sworn in as Chief Minister? What are you hearing from your end?
Well, that's correct. What we heard just now is actor, director, producer Mano Bala, who had extended his support to O. Pannirselvam. And the man of the moment really is Governor Vidyasagar Rao. He is the one who needs to take a decision. It has been over a week now since Shashikala was elected as the AIDMK Legislative Party leader, and there has been no decision taken by the governor. Highly placed sources at Raj Bhavan indicate that the governor is likely to arrive at a decision only after that important Supreme Court verdict. There have been
But what are these people saying? I mean, what if the Supreme Court defers the verdict? The Supreme Court had said nearly a week ago that the verdict will come in a week. But what if it doesn't come in a week? In other words, by tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Any word on whether the governor has a plan B?
Well, yes, the governor does have a plan in action. He is in touch with various legal and constitutional experts, and the governor feels that this is a peculiar situation, something that is of unique nature, and he does not want any more chaos or instability in the state. That is the reason why we see there is a delay in the governor's decision. We are being told that the final verdict on the disproportionate assets case will be delivered on Tuesday or Wednesday, and by that time there will be more clarity and we will know what the governor's final decision will be. But at the moment the governor feels that there is no political vacuum in the state,
right,
and the caretaker Chief Minister O. Pannirselvam is there to discharge his duties. So clearly the governor does have a plan in action, and most probably we will know what his plan is on Tuesday or Wednesday, the day the disproportionate assets case verdict comes out. That is going to change the political discourse in the state of Tamil Nadu.
All right, so for the sake of background, I mean, it's very important because VK Shashikala is facing an appeal which is being heard by the Supreme Court. A verdict likely, as Lokpriya said, in the next 2 or 3 days. If her conviction is upheld, if she is convicted, then of course she'll be barred from contesting elections, and therefore it'll be difficult for her to become Chief Minister. But if her acquittal in the High Court is upheld, then of course it could pave the way for becoming Chief Minister of the state, subject to her having majority support within the AIADMK, or rather in the Assembly. Anyway, let's get some political reactions in the meantime that have been coming in on the story.
What have you decided? You are now joined the OPS camp.
Yeah.
So what is the reason? What made you to take this decision?
This is not my individual decision. This is the decision of the party cadres and the public, their wish. We have to fulfill the wish of the party cadres and the public.
What is happening to the MLAs in Golden Bay Resort? Because earlier you were there at that camp, so did you get to meet them?
No, I didn't went there. Yeah, I did not went there, but the MLAs are being trapped there. They are not. They have not been let. They are not letting them free.
He is the man to tell us. I am not the proper person to speak about all these things. Actually, I am waiting like any one of you to hear the version of the governor. If not today, this evening or tomorrow, he will tell his opinion. No, he doesn't want to take hasty decisions. They are capable of handling these things. They will do as per the rules.
Let's go back to our correspondent Lokpriya in Chennai. Lokpriya, it looks like from the figures that we have that at the moment there are only about 6 MLAs who are backing Pannirselvam. I know the figure is growing, but there's a very long way to go before Pannirselvam can claim majority support within the AIADMK, or within the legislature as a whole. What's the strategy of the OPS camp?
Well, that's correct. As of now, O. Pannirselvam camp just has about 6 MLAs and 5 MPs and several other former leaders of the party. This is nowhere in close to the majority that Shashikala needs. It's not even double digit. But O Pannirselvam feels that even as day progresses and if there is going to be a delay in the governor's decision, then definitely it is going to be a situation that will be advantageous to Pannirselvam. But yes, at the moment, Shashikala remains strong. She has the number, she has the mandate. And O Pannirselvam, specifically in his meeting with the governor at Raj Bhavan, had talked about how there needs to be a flow test and not parade of the MLAs. So in case if there is going to be a flow test on in the assembly, will there be cross voting? Who is going to win that flow test will be very crucial. But again, all this depends on the governor's decision. What he deems fit will be right for the state of Tamil Nadu.
The Shashikala Natarajan camp has been saying that if the governor doesn't give a decision on when he's going to call her to be sworn in by the end of today, they're going to look at a next course of action. What are the indications about what this next course of action might be?
Well, yes, yesterday when we were speaking to senior leaders in Shashikala's camp, they had talked about how they remained patient, how they have respected the rules and regulation, how they have faith in democracy, and they will be waiting today till about 4 p.m. to decide on what their next course of action will be. Today, when we spoke to Shashikala just before she left Golden Bay Resort, she expressed confidence that will form the government in the state of Tamil Nadu, and also told that she has faith in democracy. So essentially, we will have more clarity on the AIDMK's future plan of action once Shashikala meets with those MLAs at Golden Bay Resort. They will be discussing on their way forward. So once that meeting is over, we will have clarity as to what Shashikala and company have in store for tomorrow.
Right. And Shashikala, of course, is meeting those MLAs inside that resort, even as we speak right now. But let's get in some more political reactions coming in on this now.
The governor is not as, say, particular about that DA case as we presume him to be. Important thing is that today in front of you, there is a crisis. The entire nation is talking about it. What are you doing about it? You talk to both the factions. Why can't you take a decision? Now, by not taking a decision, in fact, by this deliberate inaction, is an action probably being dictated by what I said from significant others.
The governor has to have a constitutional answer to this. He has to give, yes, he has to say yes or no. So he will take the decision right away according to the Indian constitution. So it is clear, constitution says whoever gets the majority, two-third majority, you have to form the government, and he has to do it. No case is null and void. Case is gone. It will be acquitted.
Let's go back to Lokpriya and Chennai now. Lokpriya, while these dramatic, this dramatic saga plays out within the AIDMK, what are the other players in Tamil Nadu saying and doing? The opposition, the main opposition, for example, the DMK, and of course, the national parties, the BJP and the Congress in Tamil Nadu.
Well, that's correct. The opposition parties are keeping a very close eye on these developments here in the state of Tamil Nadu. Principal opposition DMK has called for a high-level working committee meet tomorrow at their party headquarters at 5 p.m. The role of the DMK is very keenly watched because Shashikala has blamed the DMK for this entire revolt by OPS. She says that this entire drama has been engineered by the DMK. However, DMK has maintained a very cautious approach to this entire episode that has been unfolding. They have remained at a distance. Stalin had even went and met the governor and told that there needs to be a permanent solution to this crisis, and the governor should ensure that these MLAs at the Golden Bay Resort are not under duress. They are at their free will. So that is the kind of developments that we are talking about when it comes to the opposition camp. DMK is the one that has the maximum number of MLAs in the assembly after the AIDMK. So other parties like the BJP, the left, do not have much of a presence in this assembly. So they are keeping a close watch, but it is the DMK's action that everybody is looking at very carefully.
All right. High drama going on, continuing now for the 8th day within the AIDMK for leadership of the party. The battle lines being drawn over there between VK Shashikala and the caretaker Chief Minister of the state, O. Selvam. You're watching pictures on both sides of the camp really from a little while ago. Shashikala Natarajan guarding her flock at the Golden Bay Resort in Kuvatur. And O. Selvam over there out there canvassing support, requiring many more MLAs to join him. Only about 6 MLAs with him right now. How does the maths work out at the moment, Lokpriya? What are the total number of AIADMK MLAs? How many of them constitute the halfway mark? How many are with VK Shashikala? How many with Selvam right now? What's the summary of the maths right now, Lokpriya?
Well, if we look at the number games, then in O. Selvam's camp, there are about 6 MLAs and 5 MPs. And if you talk about Shashikala's camp, then as of now, there are about 127 MLAs and about 41 MPs or so. So, yes, numerically, the numbers do favor Shashikala. The O. Selvam camp is not even close. They do not even have double-digit numbers. So, till now, the situation does favor Shashikala, and that is the reason why she has repeatedly urged the governor to immediately call her for the swearing-in ceremony. So, we'll have to see how these numbers pan out. Today, there has been no defection of MLAs from Shashikala's camp to Selvam's camp. Today, about 5 MPs have joined, but MLAs have not come. Yeah. So we'll have to see if there are any more
the crucial thing, of course, is for the MLAs to join him in order for him to be able to prove some sort of a majority if it comes to that in the assembly. Look, if you just hold the line over there, let's get in some more political reactions.
See, what's going on in Tamil Nadu affects the whole country because it's a large state, and any party which is a personality-driven party will face difficulties and consequences after that personality is no more, as has happened in this case. And they are going through crisis, and in terms of constitutionality, law and order, and also the independent institutions in the form of governor and the courts will do their best to prevent any such crisis.
This may be horse trading, and precisely what was likely to happen if the governor dithers in taking a decision. Governor, I think, is taking into account irrelevant consideration of a possible disqualification in the future. The question was that on the date of swearing in, whether she is disqualified or not, that was the issue. And all these complications are either deliberately being created or to help a particular person.
अन्ना द्रविड़ मुनेत्र कड़हम को समझना चाहिए कि उनके हित में है कि जो उन्होंने तय किया था आरंभ में उसी को जारी रखना चाहिए था, और यदि अस्थिरता वो लाए पार्टी में या सरकार में तो उनका अपना भविष्य, मतलब पार्टी का भविष्य बिल्कुल संकट में आ जाता है. तो हमें इसमें कोई दखल देने की जरूरत नहीं है.
Let's go back to our correspondent Lokpriya in Chennai. Lokpriya, we were talking about the numbers game earlier on. Let's take that forward because, as you were saying, VK Shashikala has a support of around 127 AIADMK MLAs right now, and O. Selvam only around 6, albeit it appears to be growing. But I was reading a report that the OPS camp expects at least 25% of the party MLAs to join them by Tuesday. Now, even if that happens, the point is that that's still not good enough. So, I mean, what exactly is that strategy? Because the halfway mark in the assembly, by the way, is what's needed, not just in the AIADMK camp. Seems a very long way off for O. Selvam right now.
Well, definitely, yes. Even if Selvam does manage to get about 20 or 30, they will face disqualification.
All right, look, just hold the line. Shashikala Natarajan is talking to a local channel. Let's listen into it. Perhaps we'll come back to you for a translation after that.
இன்னைக்கு செய்து அதனால இதுல நாங்க ரொம்ப பழக்கப்பட்டவங்க. அந்த எதிர்நீச்சல் போட்டு தான் இந்த கட்சி இன்னைக்கு இந்த அளவுக்கு வந்திருக்கு. அதனால இந்த இது இந்த மிரட்டல் உருட்டல் இந்த இதெல்லாம் எனக்கு பெருசு கிடையாது. இது இது நான் அதெல்லாம் கடந்து வந்த பாதை தான். அதனால நிச்சயமா இதுல இருந்து நம்ம மீண்டு வருவோம். ஒன்றும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை. நம்ம கட்சி அடிமட்ட தொண்டர்கள் எல்லாம் நம்ம கிட்ட தான் இருக்காங்க. அவங்க தான் உண்மையான இந்த இயக்கத்துக்கு சொந்தக்காரவங்க. அதனால இன்னைக்கு ஒருத்தருக்கு பதவி கொடுத்து போறாரு வர்றாருன்னா அது நிரந்தரம் கிடையாது. ஆனா கட்சி தொண்டன் ஒவ்வொருத்தரும் இதை வேடிக்கை பார்த்துக்கிட்டு சும்மா இருக்க மாட்டாங்க. இதுக்கு ஒரு நல்ல முடிவு கிடைக்கும். நீங்க எல்லாம் தைரியமா இருங்க. நான் இருக்கிறேன் கூட, கவலைப்படாதீங்க.
Shashikala Natarajan speaking over there to a local channel. I wonder, Lokpriya, if we were able to hear what she was saying, and if so, what's the summary of what she was saying over there?
Well, Shashikala says that whatever is happening right now is not something that is new for them. They have come past all these issues that engulfed them in the past as well. The AIDMK is known to fight these things, and she's talking about how the grassroots level leaders are with her, and these are the real workers of the AIDMK. She talks about those people who betrayed the interests of the party, is never a true AIDMK worker, and she talks about how the true AIDMK workers are still with her, and she is confident that the AIDMK will form a stable government under her leadership in Tamil Nadu. And she also goes on to say that...
if I can just take that forward, you were saying over there that Shashikala was saying that the grassroots workers of the AIADMK are with her. And in the last few days, you must have spoken to a lot of people who are within and outside the AIADMK. What is the feedback you're getting? Now, we know the majority of the MLAs are with her as of now. Where do the workers, I mean, she may say whatever she wants, but what is the sort of independent view you're getting on where the average person, the grassroots worker of the AIADMK is standing?
Well, if you look at this objectively, when we speak to the people on the ground, the grassroots level cadres are largely with O. Pannirselvam, and this grassroots level leadership is what has not been able to connect with Shashikala. Even when she was the General Secretary of the party, these grassroots level leaders were not able to accept her. Shashikala's transition was very smooth from a cadre to the General Secretary because she had the support of the top level leadership and the middle level leadership. The grassroots level leadership were still trying to accept her as their leader. Once O. Pannirselvam revolted, this entire grassroots level leaders, workers went en masse to O. Pannirselvam camp. So Shashikala at the moment has the support of the top level and the middle level leadership. That is the MLAs, the chunk of MLAs, 127 of them are still with her, and it is they who are the strength for Shashikala. Right. When it comes to the matters of forming the government, it is obviously a numbers game, and in that number game, Shashikala is definitely winning until and unless these MLAs at Golden Bay Resort have a change of mind and vote against her if there is going to be a floor test.
All right, Lokpriya, thanks very much for getting us all those updates. We're keeping a very close watch of what's happening in Chennai. A full debate on this at 9 p.m. is coming up as well. Thanks for watching.